That was probably on live. That's all right. We're live.
Sweet.
Just got the noti.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. Think I got my stuff good to go. Yep, I'm good.
Just hold on. Just finishing my train of thought here. I'm just texting my brother.
I am woman. Have you heard that song?
No. Everyone's like, is there a stream tonight? No, where's the stream?
Oh, yeah. There's Robin. She's in the house. Robin is in the house.
Robin's in the house.
Rockin' Robin. Doo. I'll stop singing.
I'm sure she's sick of that
Yeah,
her
probably.
whole life.
Rockin' Robin. Doo. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Okay, USA. Hold on. I just need 10 more seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast
Good.
off.
Nice.
Sound like my son.
What do you mean?
Mace, just give Dad like 10 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dad, it's almost 10. All right, son. I'm coming.
See, I don't have us live. Maybe I need to refresh.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, I do. I got it.
yeah, we're definitely live.
There we are. There we are. You know, keeping everybody on their toes. Just when you think it's going to be Wednesday at 8:30, wrong.
Wrong. Wrong.
That is not correct, Brad. Sucks to suck. What's going on, man?
Hurting, bro.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, you're not feeling well.
Mm-mm.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm hurting. It really
Happens
does
to the
suck.
Happens to the best of us, I guess. Do you want to go? You want to explain?
Yeah, I'm talk about it, I guess.
I'm not gonna spill your tea, you know.
Yeah, appreciate it. Let me spill my own, I guess. Your boy has well, let me before I just come out and say it, let me first start with what happened. So, what was this? Late last week, maybe let's call it Friday. You know, it's been a week almost. We're recording on Thursday night. And I started feeling my stomach was feeling a little weird. Like my muscles in my stomach, almost like my abs on like the left side of my stomach. And I thought it was, at first I was like my shirt was messing with it. You know how sometimes your shirt can like rub your skin weird? I don't know. It was a weird feeling. I've never felt it before. I was like, what is that? And then I would like press my stomach and it felt weird. And I was like, whatever. I just brushed it off as like a weird day. You know, because I am 30 now. So I'm starting to get these like weird random ass aches and pains for no reason.
Yeah, that shit's not gonna go away.
Oh, great, dude. That's not what I want to hear. So, you know, I let it go a day and a half or two. And then all of a sudden I see these like two little bumps on that spot. And I just, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe it's, I don't know, something. I don't know. I don't really ever get random bumps, but I didn't really think anything of it, to be honest.
That wasn't gonna go there either. Bumps was probably the wrong word to use. Okay.
Probably. So
We're gonna speed the story up now because we just lost half of our listeners.
So then
JJ's got these bumps going on.
So then all of a sudden I get this horrible kidney pain. And I'm like, what in the hell is that? I feel like somebody just kept taking a screwdriver and like shoving it in the side of my side and kept like moving it around. So one night I woke up, I'm like, okay, something's off here. I know something's terribly wrong. So then I thought, Lindsay and I both thought it was kidney stones.
And when you told me that, as somebody that's been through the stones, I was like, oh my God, JJ, go to the doctor immediately. Because I have cried over the toilet bowl as a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go to the doctor.
So I have MediShare since I'm self-employed and we don't have, you know, regular insurance. And with Metashare, they have this cool deal where you can call up a doctor, and it's free because you're a Metashare user,
Right.
or whatever they clientele, whatever you call that. But it's called through MD Live, and so you just schedule like it's like a consulting call, but it's with a doctor, and it's just like going into the walk-in clinic, except you're on the phone. And so he wanted me to send him pictures of those 2 bumps. I was telling him about the symptoms. He's like, "Yeah, sir. So you have what's known as shingles." And I was like, "What the hell? Shingles?" I was like, I'm not 70 years old. What's going on here?" He goes, "Well, actually, it's pretty common for, younger people to get shingles. Anyone can get it. And like, I've had the chicken pox and, all this." So it was, it came out of left field when he said that. So I got prescribed some antiviral medicine, and now we're hoping it goes away. But dude, I'm telling you, man, this stuff ain't no joke, bud. I mean,
I haven't heard of somebody like that I knew getting it, and I told you when you told me that a buddy of mine, he just got it, but he started behind his ear, and it like spread to his jaw, and it almost looked like he had had a stroke. It was
oh,
bad.
wow.
And he waited way too long to go to the doctor. That's why I was like, go to the doctor.
Yeah.
If something's not right, people, go to the
doctor.
freaking doctor. If there's anything I learned from losing my mom, losing my dad, one of which probably could have been treated, like go to the doctor if something doesn't feel right. But
Yeah.
glad you got, is it an ointment?
No, it's a pill.
I love that word, ointment.
Nah, it's just
You
a
don't
pill.
you don't get to lube it up.
No, I don't. But weird thing is, it's the same medicine they give people who have herpes,
Yeah. It's an antiviral.
but it's specifically for herpes, shingles, chickenpox, and one other like skin related issue they listed. Cold sores, I think it was.
What's up with that trigger finger?
Oh, it's black nail polish.
No, mine's
Yeah.
usually on my pinky.
Mm.
You do it on the trigger finger? I usually just do the pinky.
It's whatever one they grab.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, this happened to be me,
I let
Mace, and
Avery.
Millie all
Avery
got
can do my Avery can do my pinky because it's the only finger that's kind of as big as hers.
it. Mm-hmm.
I tell her once your fingers get to a certain size, you can't put nail polish on anymore.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Mommy's an adult." I was like, "Yeah, but she has little tiny hands like you." I didn't want to be like man hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I've had this on for like 2 days now, and I've gotten so many questions about it. Dude, you smash your finger? What is that?
You a punk rocker now?
Yeah.
Hanging out too long with Trevor Hassel?
Yeah, baby.
I hope he's here that because I think I can be in the band.
Dude, that guy can rock, man. It's pretty crazy.
How's your money? Are you stressed?
I'm solid, dude.
Isn't,
Taxes are
is it-
taken care of.
I know now I gotta play.
What do you mean?
Well, because like you've been working so hard to get yours done, and then we had to get ours done, and then I got the stuff from you, and now I have to lock it up and get all mine in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, taxes suck.
Taxes suck so bad, dude. Like, and there's just so many, like, and I feel like, too, the more money you make, the more complicated it gets.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, I guess that's the benefit is like you're earning more money, but like
Yeah.
the shitty part is that sometimes I'm almost like I miss the days when it was a W-2 income. That's all I had to worry about.
TurboTax.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My brother Jerry's 37 years old today, actually. And dude still uses TurboTax.
It's
he's
perfect.
like, I got one income, a brokerage account, and that's it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you are good, bro. And he's like, and I'm under the standard deduction, so he's like, I don't have any expenses.
Right.
I know you don't watch the market, right? You didn't see the market today.
I watched it a little bit today. Yeah.
Yesterday was great Green Day.
Yes, it was a big Green Day yesterday.
Today was wacky. Today was straight down, straight up, and then a
Yeah.
little bit of over. But I feel like, stop me if I'm wrong, I hear about every single day there's a different stock, well-known stock, that after hours just drops 12%. I feel like it happens every day.
Yeah.
Do you know which one it was today?
No, what?
Smith & West.
What's it at
Dropped
right
like They dropped like 16%. I think they're trading for $15 or $16.
now? Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That may be
I put it in the Discord. I'm like, flash sale.
Oh, after hours, yeah. Wow.
I already have two cash secure puts on them, but I'm for $1,700.
Yeah, I may have to. I may have to get in on that, dude.
That's why I brought it up, because I know you're not watching the markets these days, but I know that you're a fan of the wheel stock, Smith and Wesson. Every day a different stock,
Yeah,
down
man.
12%.
Dude, I'll tell you what I've been shocked about seeing, and I mean, it just gets me more excited because I just keep buying it. But SoFi, man, they had a great earnings come out.
And they went straight up and straight back down again.
They shot up 22%, and then just
right back down, right?
yeah, they're back down to 10 bucks.
Palantir kind of said the same one, you know.
Yeah, Palantir's a little different. I mean, like, I'm way more bullish on SoFi than I am Palantir, just because Palantir has so much more things to hurdles to get through. I feel like, to where SoFi literally has this linear
path to success.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just they just have to execute. I mean, they just have to keep going. They had a record earnings, or a record quarter, I believe, in members they gained this past quarter. I mean, dude, they're doing it right. They're focused. They're more worried about growth right now and obtaining members than they are about profitability. Which, as we deemed from the history before us, it's Amazon, Facebook. They all did it. They all focused on building up membership than focusing so much on profitability, and it seemed to work for them. I just don't see how SoFi is. I mean, I don't see how it's not going to succeed. They got the bank charter license. I mean, it's
still stinging, man. Those freaking leaps that I wrote in the beginning of the year.
Oh yeah,
it's just so hard to open my brokerage account these days.
Yeah, the past 2-3 months, man, it's been
yeah.
Especially in those like smaller cap, non-profitable stocks. A lot of people are probably hurting right now in those. But I'll tell you this. The good old dividend portfolio, brother. Oh, my goodness. That thing is... Lockheed Martin is carrying my whole portfolio on its back.
I love it.
Dude, I'm up like 30-something% in Lockheed Martin.
M1 Finance is like overweight.
Yeah, yes.
I'm not putting any money into this. Like, if M1 Finance could go, damn, it would for my Lockheed Martin weight. Yeah, no, it's good, and I'm finally figuring out this day trading thing, which is kind of nice. I'm still having a take 5 awesome steps forward and then 1 step back that cleans out pretty much most of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been profitable for, barring a major catastrophe tomorrow. I'm about to have my 3rd profitable week in a row.
So what are you focusing on tomorrow? So hang on. Let me say this as an outsider looking in.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't really know day trading. But like, for me, what I think I would probably do if I was gonna focus on day trading is I would probably pick 2 stocks, and I wouldn't look at any other stocks at all for months, and I would study those stocks every single day. Is that not right? Is that not something you would want to do? Yeah,
I mean, the less you need to think, the better.
Yeah.
I think more. I'll be honest. I've been just trading the SPY. Well, I've been trading off of the futures chart. So I've been trading off the ES, the mini, the E-mini, but I've been trading SPY options because liquidity is better and it's just a little bit easier. But the big losses that I had, and guys, when I say losses, we're talking like maybe $800 to $1,100, is like a huge loss. Every time I've done that, I've gone outside of the SPY. Like, I've gotten, like, there wasn't a good setup for me, and instead of sitting on my hands, which is kind of the video I put on the new channel today, instead of sitting on my hands, I would like go creeping around for other stocks and like looking for last minute setups, and I was just getting smoked. So today I was really patient. In the end of the day, I tried to enter a trade. I got stopped out quick, which was awesome. I want to get stopped out, especially in hindsight. In this one, I got stopped out, and then it kept on going against me. So it was good to get out. But every single week I have like a different goal. And this week's goal after last week was to trade less. So make less trades. I made less than 10 trades this week, which is down almost 50%.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm sticking to pretty much like a 70% win rate. But like I said, those 25% are way, they're pretty much equaling all my wins.
Yeah.
So I'm only profitable a couple $100 right now. But next week's goal is I eliminated everything from my watch list on Webull. Like all I'm looking at is the SPY. I'm not even extending out. A lot of people do the SPY and the NAS at the same time, right? They'll watch the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to do that next week.
Hmm.
I'm not doing it. And also, you know, like my account's kind of staying where it is. I'm learning a lot, but it's just so fun. I love it. But I know I'm not going to do it when I'm not working.
No.
If there's anything I've learned over the last couple of weeks, like I had February break last week as a teacher, and I like sat by my computer and I was a slave to my computer all day, and I did not like that, and I never wanted to do that. But like this week back to work where I just have a couple hours off in the middle of the day, I'm like, wow, I can really just focus on my plan. If my plan doesn't set, I'm out of there. And literally when after lunch, because I teach the second half of the day straight, so I obviously can't trade. From then until now, I haven't even opened my computer. So where like when I was home, I was like just had my computer out all day. I kept walking by it. Oh, what's it doing now? What's it doing now? So I know that this is probably just going to be like a work hobby thing. But it's fun, man. I like it.
Yeah.
I've scaled down a lot. So instead of going in for multi-contracts and trying to get $100 every trade, I've scaled down to one contract, and I'm perfectly happy getting $20, $30 every single day. Like I say, I'm profitable. Like that's pretty much what I'm averaging. I'm averaging like $20 to $30 a day, and then I'm losing 300 after like a bunch of wins in a row.
Yeah.
But having fun.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the market a lot. If you want, but you're absolutely right. Like watching one thing, I want nothing to do with anything else. And the reason I had them up in my watch list is because I've lost on my leaps, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get back. I'm going to win those back. I'm going to break even on everything. And I'm like, that's cold revenge. Like I'm not even trying to let emotions get in.
Right.
I was like, if I can profit $5,000 this year on the SPY, and I lost 1,000 in 3 other positions, I still won. Like it's okay that Apple beat me. I got it back from the SPY.
Right.
We got a voicemail. We got a voice. Well, you got a question? Go.
Well, I was gonna say while you were talking, I was looking, and dude, SWB, I got down to almost under $13. Like I want to look at the earnings and see why people are freaking out. I'm gonna guess just from last quarter, they're probably worried about production because production was slowing down. It's probably slowing down even more, which kind of surprises me with what's going on over in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, I'm
for me, it's almost going to be like, hello, M1 Finance. This is Brad Finn. Can you tell me more about that 2% margin interest, please? Because I'm looking to purchase a little bit of SWBI.
I know, right? I'm sorry. It's almost under 14, not 13.
Not financial advice.
Yeah. I know, dude. Now that I see the M1 Finance amount saying you can borrow, $3,500 or whatever. And I'm just like,
it just went up from 35% of your portfolio to 45.
What did?
What you
overall
could borrow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably ain't touching that. Unless we see like the only way I'd probably think about margin, dude, is if it's like, yeah, I think, man.
Let me ask you this.
No, hang on. The Feds haven't even come out yet and announced that when they're going to raise rates. When
But
rates
they did say what it's going to go up by though, so at least we can price it in.
Maybe it's not priced in yet. How do we know?
I think the reason that we were so green yesterday is that the market priced in 50 basis points, and when he announced 25, it was like, boom, let's go.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I do want to ask, like, I was more conservative during this tax season, because I wanted to wait. Like, right, the last thing you want to do is be making moves, and then those moves lose, and then you owe the tax man. But now that the tax man's straight, your wife's got some income coming in, that 2% interest doesn't seem a little bit more tempting?
Actually, to be honest, dude, we're focusing on building up a larger cash position right now.
All roads lead to real estate?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's part of it. It's part of to have money for another deal. But no, I mean, no, we would like to have a little bit more cash in the bank. And I know people are always like, oh, you're going to get killed in inflation and all this. And I'm like, I like having cash in the bank. I just like it.
I'm not thinking you're gonna get killed in that. I'm thinking like I remember during all this bull market over the last couple of years, people being like, and the people that kept on investing while the market was dipping, they did the best. Like I could see trying to hold cash in an overvalued market, but now as things come back and things become a little bit more, at least more aligned with some sort of valuations. I'm not saying they're back to normal or they're not still overvalued, but like you're not looking to like deploy that in while we're at some lows.
Oh well, there's still cash going. So we're gonna max out the Roths for 2021 and 2022. We're
Mm-hmm.
doing. So we got lucky, or I'm sorry, not the Roths. We're maxing out traditionals this year because of income limits, and based on my taxes and SEPs, and we're not gonna do a backdoor Roth. We're gonna just fully fund a traditional IRA.
Okay.
So we're gonna be maxing out that for my wife and I for 2021. We're gonna turn around and we're gonna do that in 2022. So there's $24,000 right there. And then I'm going to turn around and max out my SEP for 2022, which is another 12 grand or so.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, we're definitely deploying cash in the market. It's just not in my brokerage accounts. It's in my tax advantage accounts. So
You're building that foundation.
yeah, man. And then, I mean, that's what we always preach. You know, I'm doing what we preach. We are funding them tax advantage accounts first. And then on top of that, I'm still putting money into M1 Finance every single month. Right now, I'm putting in $100 a week, so $400 a month. And then on top of that, we're trying to build up a large cash position in our money market account.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of where we're at. So definitely feels good having those taxes covered.
I'm not. I have no cash. You want to come stick me up? You're not going to get much. If I can find my wallet to go to the ATM, I don't even have an ATM card. So if you want to stick me up, I can write you a check for. There's probably $2,500 in my check account. Maybe. Actually, tomorrow's payday. There's less than $2,500. If you're gonna mug me, you better mug me on the Friday that I get paid.
So
because we don't take paychecks from Tara right now because she's maxing out her stuff.
So here's my question is what happens if we do see another 20% dip in the market? Like, I always thought, I was like, man, I wish I had more cash to deploy right now. Because, I feel like a lot of people, too, may have. I think I got lucky, to be honest. I think I got lucky with having to owe this tax bill. And I know Lindsay and I oversaved for this thing just because we were planning for the worst. So I literally, besides putting my $50 in a week in M1 Finance, we haven't put any money in the market over the past couple months. Right. So as I've been seeing the market dip, it's been like, man, I'm not sitting here saying I'm trying to time the market because as soon as I get the cash or as soon as we write that check for the tax bill, the money's going in the market for the tax advantage accounts. But as far as brokerage accounts go, I'm like, man, it's kind of nice, not taking all of my cash and buying it on the first dip.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. There's actually I have two, I think, pretty good answers for that. Number one, I come from a position of having a very high, regular, secure income.
Mm-hmm.
And I am able to predict exactly how much I'm able to predict exactly the least amount of money that I'm going to make every single month.
It's true.
With my expenses. So I know that even with a continued dip, I am still going to have a fair amount of money to put towards the market. And I'm not saying we've joked about this, but like a 20% dip, I might think about 2% margin. I have a HELOC. If I really felt the need, but I don't really feel the need. I'm a true believer that regular Monday morning investments over time, growing them when you can, setting a goal to grow them maybe quarterly, that's what I care about.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have that secure income, that would be different. Like I might hold a bigger cash position, but I know as a teacher, I know my checks, right? And they come every single 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then too, I got some bigger, at the end of the year, I get 2 big checks, one for a family buyback, and then they pay me summer all at once. But that's the reason why I'm not, if we still keep seeing a correction, I'll probably just keep going more. I'll just probably allocate some of that. But I also too, I'm now that things are kind of calming down with the COVID, I have 4 flights booked right now.
Mm.
I'm traveling 4 times before September. So that's kind of exciting too. So I think I'm not really worried about the markets too much there either, because I am going to be focused on like getting back to like spending a little bit more money. I think over the last 2 years during COVID, I was very, very probably overly frugal, borderline cheap. And like COVID worked out if you were kind of like frugal,
Minus your kitchen.
And my bathroom.
Yeah.
But that I paid cash for.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm looking to like just spend a little bit more money too, because being financially independent too, everything that I am putting into the markets now is pretty much gravy until I need to live off the markets. So I'm not looking to retire this year or next year. I'm definitely not looking to need to live off any sort of retirement account, brokerage account. I mean, until all of my passive income streams run dry. And I plan on living a little bit of Wi-Fi. My wife is younger than me, so she's going to work for a couple more years. So yeah, it could keep going down, man.
Yeah.
Keep going down.
Yep. No, I get it.
We have a voicemail tonight.
We do. From a former from our first ever guest on the Average Money podcast.
Really?
Yep. Good man himself, Bryce Matheson.
Yes.
Hang on 1 second. Sorry for the little interruption here. I got a special delivery. Thank you.
Sorry, I was still putting the kids.
That's all right.
Is that a SoFi cup?
It's a Robin Hood cup.
Oh, Robin Hood cup.
Mm-hmm. I'd take
XS,
meds.
how long it took me to get my lights like this. I have 4 buttons for my lights. Tonight I just turned one of them on. I was just lazy. So it took me one light.
All right, you ready to do this one?
Yeah, let's do this. I know nothing what it's about, but if it's Bryce, it's definitely real estate. So here we go with the real estate investing.
It's actually not.
It's not a real estate
Mm-mm.
investment? Oh my God. Then I'm shocked.
It's a good
curious.
one.
I'm curious what Bryce is going to ask us.
It's a good one.
All right, go.
Hey, Brad. Hey, JJ. It's Bryce. I heard a quote by Brandon Turner from Bigger Pockets, or who used to be on Bigger Pockets. And he said an interesting quote. And he said, anybody who's able to retire early can't retire early, meaning anybody who's physically able to retire early before the age of 65 is the kind of person who is so driven that they can't actually truly just sit back and retire early. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that, whether you agree or disagree. Thanks. Bye.
Good question, ain't it?
It is. And I feel like I would have a different answer for this depending on like what day it is and what kind of mood you got me in and how many Budweisers I've drank. But you go first, because I think this is a little age. So the things we have to think about here, we're both different ages that we've mentioned many times before, right?
Yeah.
And I also consider myself financially independent already. I don't think you do yet.
Not yet.
So I guess, but I don't. All right, you go first.
Okay. So first I want to talk about like what we think of as like retiring early technically. Like when I think of retire early, I think you are, or probably what the general America thinks of retiring is you go to the golf course every morning, you're sitting on the beach drinking Mai Tais in Hawaii, you are up in the cabin in the woods, no one's messing with you. You don't work. You do whatever you want to do. If you want to sit in the hot tub all day, and you sit in the hot tub all day. That's what I think generalized America thinks of retiring.
What if you want to work?
Well, that's kind of Bryce's question, though.
Okay.
So, is that retiring? I don't think so. I guess you can. Retirement can be whatever word you want it to mean. It can mean whatever you want it to mean. But so really, to answer Bryce's question first would be, I think I agree with what he mentioned, like with what Brandon Turner said. I agree with that 100% because I've experienced that. So even though I'm not fully financially independent, I mean we're close, but we're not there. Meaning like if Lindsay and I both stopped working today, we would still have to. I'd still have to work to make money, like to pay the bills. Like our investments aren't covering all of our bills yet. Close, but they're not there yet. So I've done it before. I have been wife fi, if you want to call it that, Brad. That was 6 years ago. I was a year out of college, and Lindsay and I did what we were about to embark on doing with 2 kids now, and she did travel nursing in Hawaii. And I practically was a beach bum for a year in Hawaii when I was 24 years old. 25, it was free. I tell you what, man, I thought it was the jackpot. I married my sugar mama. She's going to take care of me. I literally had a moped. I would drive around and I would go buy a 6-pack of Corona Lights. I'd go to the beach. I'd sit on the beach. I'd drink Coronas. I'd read a book, listen to music, go for a swim, work out, do whatever. And I did that for about a month, maybe. I was going to say like 2 or 3 weeks, but it was probably more like a month until I was like, holy shit, I am bored out of my mind. I am in paradise. I'm drinking beer. I'm riding around on my moped with my shirt off all around the island, island of Oahu. Like, people dream of this. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, why am I having these thoughts of like, I'm bored. I need to go back home. What things can I focus on to build up? What's something that I can work on to improve? And I got all these crazy ideas for Lindsay and I too. She'd come home from work after working a 12-hour shift. And I'm like, all right, bye, babe. This is what we're going to do next. We're going to go do this. I'm going to start this detailing business here in Hawaii. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to be I'm going to go to different places and do all this. And I'm also going to get my real estate license. I'm going to start selling real estate in Hawaii. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? So I agree with what Bryce said about what Brandon mentioned, is that you truly can't retire early if you are as driven as probably most of the people listening to this podcast are.
I don't like the word driven. Have you listened to the Alex Hormozy episode yet? I know you said you were gonna. Have you listened to it?
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
Absolutely.
And
mine is life-changing.
One of the things that he really was talking about towards the end with the belief statements and things like that, and how he doesn't believe that marriage is a compromise and you only get one life living on your terms. And he was going back and forth about how with Graham like wanted to work. Like that's what he wants to do on his birthday. That's what he wants to do. Right. The problem for me is that all of my hobbies and the things that I love to do, others would perceive as work. So when we try and like define retirement, no bullshit. Like when I like meet people or like acquaintances of people and they ask me what I do, I tell them that I'm retired. Not to like flex, not because I want to like start conversation, but because I truly believe it, right? I can't say that I only teach because I love it and then go out and be like, I'm a teacher. Like I legitimately teach because I love it, right? I think retirement, I've also said like cliche things, age is not a number, it's an amount of money, which I truly believe in the FI number.
But do you think like if you're really so, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, go.
I feel like retired is so for me, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but for me, I feel like retired and financially independent are two different things. Like, I think financially independent is what you are. I feel like retirement is not working and kind of like in relaxing phase of your life.
See, I think retirement is the ultimate choice to do whatever the fuck you want. It's ultimate contentment. Like, think of it like if I had to like paint my perfect day and I had to like exclude my kids. Like, my kids were at my in-laws, right? And it was like, Brad, what do you want to do today? A large portion of my day would include doing something that others that would perceive as work that I choose to do and I love to do. Now, don't get it twisted. I also like to stay busy. Like busyness and knocking tasks out is something that I am driven by. So, for example, like in the summer, and those of you that have been in my Discord for a year and lived through last summer, when it's summer and I'm doing stuff, I do not think about like traditional work. Like I'll disappear. I have no problem shutting it off. I have no problem getting in the Discord and being like on Friday night, guys, I'm going to be away the whole weekend. You probably won't hear from me. Like I have no problem like turning work off, but it has to be met with something that's equally as stimulating to me. Like I enjoy the markets. I enjoy business. So like, and I could just sit around and watch Marcus Lemonis and The Prophet and whatever other shows he has. Like I enjoy, like if some people like to sit on the beach and read a book, I want to sit on a beach and learn about business and how to make businesses more efficient and how to raise and increase profits. Like that's what I love to do, but others perceive that as work. I really do think I'm retired because I still feel the power and the freedom to make whatever choices I want. You know, like if I need to take a day off of work, I feel like I could take a day off of work. It's not a big deal. Like I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. If I want to try a new project, like this day trading thing, we've talked about it ad nauseum, but like it's a hobby project for me. I took a little bit of money for entertainment purposes, and I said, this is how I'm going to entertain myself over this period of time. It's going to be a long time if I manage my risk properly. It's going to be a short time if I just want to YOLO it and get it done with quick. I just said I don't like the word driven. I don't think people need to be. I don't think to get to financial independence and early retirement, I don't think you necessarily need to be that quote unquote driven. I think to get to that number, you need to live below your means and invest on a regular basis and try and increase that investment every single month or every single week or every single quarter.
But it takes drive to do that. It takes drive to live below your means.
It takes discipline to do that.
That's kind of drive.
See, I think drive is like the urge to want to like do something new and go somewhere else and seek new adventure.
No, I mean, kind of, but drive is also looked at as, in my opinion, is like it's also the drive to want to stay living below your means every single month. That takes drive to do that every single month. It's easy to just go spend money and so not be frugal, but it takes drive to be able to make that budget work month after month after month. That is a driven person who can do that. Just like somebody who goes on a diet and loses 100 pounds and keep that 100 pounds off year over year over year. That takes drive.
So you're saying drive and discipline are synonymous?
Maybe not exactly 100% the same, but I would say they're pretty close.
So like somebody that has like maybe just their 401k and they have it on set it and forget it and they never look at it. And in 20 years, they're going to be a multimillionaire. Were they driven?
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
They didn't do anything. It was all passive.
The fact that they set it up, I guess they were driven to be successful. Like, what would you call the person who didn't do that?
I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here.
But I mean, yeah, I guess. But you're also looking at it like a little different scenario too than what I'm saying. Like I'm comparing.
Like, I don't consider myself that driven. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't consider and this is like my my friends bust my chops. I have a 3-year shelf life. Like when we had my 3-year wedding anniversary, my friends sent me congratulations the day after that because I quit everything after 3 years. They were like, I've never seen you stick with anything for more than 3 years because frankly, I'm not that driven. I'm more curious. I'm more choices. I'm more options. I like to do more different things and experience new things. I'm not like driven to start businesses. I was just
But that's still drive though. That's still drive to go try something new. Like you still have the drive to stop what you're doing and go do something else.
Yeah, some people would say that's reckless though.
Well, I guess it depends how you look at life.
Right.
I look at it as like you're living your life you want to live. Doesn't matter what the hell you do, as long as you're working towards something. I believe that's drive. It doesn't matter if you stick to one thing or not or the other. That doesn't matter. What the purpose of driven and being, I think it's weird saying drive, but the purpose of what I mean by that is like, no matter what you're working on, if you're working to get yourself ahead, I believe that's driven. Now, I think we're kind of getting away from Bryce's point here. So I kind of want to bring this back to the original point.
He's saying, can I go golfing every day?
I
Can I go
don't
fishing every day?
I think if you are a person who works towards retiring early, I think once
Right.
you get to that point, something's gonna be missing. I don't think you can just sit and be retired. No.
So you're defining, like I said, I don't think I could either, but like even if I didn't have, like if I couldn't work, like if you were like, Brad, I dare you not to do anything that involves generating income. I love to ride my bike. I like to exercise. I don't think I could I would never be as excited to wake up and go bike riding as I am to like wake up and see what the S&P 500 futures did overnight. I don't think I could be. Maybe. I mean, skiing, like if I lived in Steamboat, Colorado, and I could wake up and
But you're just comparing two different things, though, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what the thing is. It doesn't matter what the
yeah, but I don't think any retired people aim to just do nothing. I mean, maybe if you're 80.
I don't
I mean,
know.
my dad retired at 50. He retired to literally play golf every day. But then again, my dad, who I consider very driven, he did that, and then he got bored, and he tried to work at his buddy's deli, and it didn't work out. He quit after one day. He said, making eggs at home is much different than the deli. Then he started chauffeuring his buddy around that was having seizures a lot and couldn't drive. I forget what it's called. It's on the tip of my tongue. Epilepsy. So he was always like, and he became like a little league umpire. Like, yes, he always was trying to find side hobby projects. And I think those were to keep him, I think they were to keep him busy. And I really think he enjoyed them. I don't think it was because he, quote, needed to, I mean, maybe he did need to do something. I don't fucking, I guess Brandon Turner's right.
That's what I think. I think he is right. I think, yeah. I mean, I feel like.
So when I'm 50 in 10 years, am I still going to be like doing all these wacky things, or am I just going to be just chilling like a Bill Bob Dill?
Nah,
Like good
I
vibes.
bet it may not be YouTube and podcasting and whatever, but I think you're gonna have something to do for sure.
What am I going to be doing in 10 years?
Who knows, dude? Did you think you were gonna be talking to a dude from Missouri on live streams on YouTube, and having a podcast 5 years ago, 10 years ago? I didn't.
There's a part of me that says I did.
Bullshit. We didn't even know what podcasts were 10 years ago.
Not 10 years ago, but like,
Well, 10 years, you'll be 50.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, you have no idea what's going to. There could be something in the metaverse that pops, and you're like, I want to do that. And then you start a business in the metaverse. You have no idea.
I don't think I'll ever be a metaverse kind of guy.
Okay.
I'm not teaming up with that robot. I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know either, man.
because
I do let me just finish my.
Because like, didn't Brandon Turner? Speaking of the context, didn't Brandon Turner quit Bigger Pockets so that he could do his own deal? Like, isn't he like a little Cardone now?
I
He's
don't
like a
know.
little syndicate guy.
I don't know the details on that.
Yeah, he started his own like syndicate real estate investing firm, I believe.
I don't know.
So like, but then again, I don't know if he considers himself retired. Because Brandon he's probably a little bit older than me, right? Is he older than me or younger than me?
Who?
Brandon Turner.
No idea.
Like,
Not much
let's
help
say
here, am I?
let's say he's 40,
Okay.
right? Retirement age is 63. Do I think that he's going to be sitting on his hands when he's 50? Yeah. So I still think he'll retire early. The dude moved to Florida so that he could talk to a microphone and surf all day and just order money around. You don't think that dude's retired? I don't know.
I think he's financially independent. I don't think he's retired. Like, I feel like, again, maybe this is just old-fashioned me. Like, when I feel like someone says they're retired, I feel like they are 65 plus years old and they're hanging it up and chilling out. Vacationing, cruises, golf, and, working in your shop type thing. That's what I kind of feel like as retired. But that's probably just me being old-fashioned. I don't know.
I'll 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 just wrap it up with this. I will be a workaholic until my wife asks me not to be.
Can I tell? Go ahead.
My wife will
Sorry.
never give me an ultimatum. You made an amazing post the other day that I retweeted on Instagram.
Mhm.
Like that Alex Harmosi said,
Yeah.
if you don't want to be broke, marry a woman that understands. Like and my cousin Richie, he's kind of a weirdo, but he has sometimes an amazing perspective. He was over the other night and he's like, my friends, like, they're just so afraid to like talk to their wives or like they're going to get in trouble. He's like, you guys have like the coolest relationship. If I ever had a girlfriend, I'd kind of want it to be like this. You guys, you bust each other's chops. You let each other work. You let each other do your own thing. Like, I can literally say to Tara, like, when I did that ebook, I literally said to Tara,
Mhm.
like, I'm off the radar this weekend, baby girl. I'm focused. I got to do this. You got to
Yep.
take care of the kids. I'll make it up to you on Monday. And she didn't roll her eyes. She's like, go to work. Do you want to go downstairs? Do you need me to take the kids somewhere? Maybe I'll go to my parents.
Yep.
Like, that's A plus. And I know that. And then one day she's going to say, hey, Brad, maybe we can, maybe not, I'll probably have to ask her if I can like, do something, but she would never tell me not to, but there might be, I think I can see there coming a time where Tara's like, Brad, you can't stay up till 2:00 in the morning anymore working.
Yeah.
You can't do these 4-hour nights anymore. You can't do like all these things, I don't know.
We
I already feel like
definitely-
I'm running thin. I'm already feeling I'm not burnt out. I hate that word or that phrase, but I'm getting tired. Definitely like over time. I'm like
Yeah.
starting to feel the effects of probably 15 or 20 years now between the CrossFit and the brewery and the triathlon business, like, and teaching. I'm starting to feel a little tired. So I'm almost like Bryce kind of knew what I was thinking because I'm this close to like going and doing that. I'm this
Mhm.
close to being like, let's turn all the computers off. Let's go fishing every day with my father-in-law. Let's turn the computer off and let's go bike riding every single morning for a couple hours. And then I don't know, maybe this is like Bryce's sign to me, like, Brad, get your head out of your ass. You're going to work 24 hours a day for a couple more years and then you'll figure it out.
So, I will agree with you. We both won the jackpot in the
Mhm.
with the wives.
Mm-hmm.
They know when we need to, when we got to get shit done, we got to get shit done, and they get that.
Right.
So-
Like you walked in you were out with your wife all afternoon. You walked in the house. The first thing you said probably was, I got to go upstairs and work. And she wasn't
Right.
like, oh, come on,
No.
come to bed, JJ.
yeah.
Come on, we got a little something in there. Come on. Like, no, she's like, all right, go to work. I'll bring you some meds, get that
Yeah.
shit done, and then come back down. And maybe I'll be awake. And if I am, bing bong.
Bing bong. Yeah. But to answer, I guess off your point is my kind of thought process for me in the future. Because like right now, I'm still in like the work phase, man. Like I still got that, that we go back to this word, that drive. I still have that hustle. Like I'm still there. Like, don't get me wrong. I love my vacations and stuff. And I love my time with the kids out in the backyard, laying, I do love my naps. Don't I? I do love my naps.
You are a grown man that naps.
I love them. But I will say, man, like for me down the road in 5, 10, maybe 15 years, probably 10 years,
Mhm.
I see me doing kind of like a hybrid approach. Like I want to have something that I'm working on, but it doesn't take me 40 to 60 hours of my week. I want
Can I ask- Okay,
hang
go.
on. I want something that I can work on that takes maybe 10 hours a week, but I can also take the family on a 2-week long vacation if I want to. And then after those 2 weeks are done, I'm ready to get back home and I'm ready to work on whatever that project I have going on at that time is.
I'll ask you one more question, and then Sam, my financial friend, is in here and asked a pretty cool question that we could talk about for a few minutes. But what part of your work ethic or your quote drive is because of the future you want to provide for your kids? Because I'll tell you
Well,
this:
that's a good question.
if I didn't have kids, I would not currently still be a teacher. If I didn't have kids, I would probably be a lot more relaxed, not worried about investments.
You
I
think
would
so?
probably I would probably do the YouTube dude, I love making YouTube videos if I have the content. Like just like I love teaching, but I hate like busy work. Like I hate the end of the year when you have to like stretch out a week's worth of content in 4 weeks. Like I like that's why I still to this day, almost a year and a half later, this is episode 103. You have openly said many times, Brad, let's just pay to get this thing edited. Like, why are you spending a couple hours every week still doing this? I genuinely love it. I really do. Are there bad times? Yeah, it sucks sometimes. It usually sucks when I procrastinate and get myself behind the 8 ball and I'm doing it last minute at midnight on a Sunday. But I think the major things like teaching or the fact that I still teach in New York, like maybe I could go teach and take a major pay cut, but I feel like leaving this pay cut now and doing it would just be reckless because I have kids. And like a lot of the decisions that I make go into how am I going to not like let my kids make my kids are going to be okay, right? We've given ourselves a foundation, but like now I'm getting to the point where like I want my kids to be able not live spoiled life, but live a fairy tale life. Teach them what they work for, they can get, and then show them the things that are possible when they get it. You know, I don't know. That's a kind of a question. Would you still be working this hard? And you mentioned it before, like you were in Hawaii and you weren't really working. You needed to do something, but now 10 years later, where are you at with that?
I would be working 100 times harder.
Really?
Yeah. 100 times harder. I don't work as hard now because I have kids.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But your drive to work and that late night that you're going to put in, like that's not because you're thinking about like the future of your kids. You would be spending more like, and that's a little Graham Stephan, right? You'd be spending more late nights doing like more
Yes.
work.
Yes.
If your kids were really.
Yeah, because I want to focus the time now on more with my kids, but also I know when I need to grind and do the work, but because I got to make money, I got to pay
Right.
bills. But no, dude, like I feel like I would probably work 10 times as hard as I do now if I didn't have kids.
Even if like you were older.
Yeah.
Really?
Here's my thing, dude. Like,
oh my God, my kids are the only reason I work.
so I think there's a small part of me that like, so I always say, I don't want this huge real estate empire. I don't want, I want to create wealth. I want to have a nice little legacy. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But there is something that drives me just to like have more and to accomplish more. Like there's just something about like I find value in accomplishing something. Running a marathon, building a business, potentially, I don't know, turning something into something and then selling. I don't know. I have no idea. Just that drives me. And then I think about like there's a small part of me, maybe 2% of me that's like, hey, it would be pretty cool to build some big empire of something. I don't think I'll ever do that because I'm in a different state of mind now and I want to spend more time with my kids, and to build something that big, you have to sacrifice time from your family, and I'm not willing to do that.
Right.
Um,
Like I couldn't be Gary Vee. Like
no way.
I don't think he
No
has
way.
kids or anything like that.
Oh,
Like,
he's got kids and a wife.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he just literally flat out said, he's like, they know where I stand with my work, and work comes first, and I could never ever do that ever.
No.
Like I
And
love
that's what I'm
Gary
saying,
Vee,
like-
don't get me wrong, but I could never do that.
Yeah, like I can't. Like even like today, I was trying to like edit a video, and Avery was like, Tara was like, oh, back to Tara being a champion. She was like, oh, you're editing? Okay, I'll take the kids for a quick walk around the block. And Avery was like, Dad, are you gonna come with us? And at first I was like, old Brad was like, no, baby girl, I just got to get this done. But now, financially independent, retired Brad was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll come. Yeah, I'll come. But I know that I'm going to be staying up later and doing it because I don't know. Everything now I feel like is I want to make sure that I get it done for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Great question, Bryce.
Yeah, it was
Good
good.
man. Wait a minute. Did you see Sam's question? He said,
I'm looking at it
I
right
have
now.
a scenario for you guys. If you had a 100K windfall, what would you do with it? And because he knows the audience, he said one rule: you can't put it in an index fund. He said some kind of business or investment. What are you doing with it? I know what you're doing.
Yeah, you probably know what I'm doing, but so I'll give two answers. I'll give the typical boring JJ answer, and that's I'd probably go buy like 3 rental properties with it.
I mean, if they were available,
Yeah,
right,
assuming
right.
$30,000 down payment on each one.
I feel like if I had the opportunity, that's kind of where I would go too.
Yeah,
But I just feel like real estate for me is like one of those impossible things that's never going to happen.
I'm trying to think
Like,
though.
I
So
feel like
I'm thinking of a different.
I feel like I missed real estate.
Dude, what do you mean you
I'm
missed real estate?
Like I feel like I'm too old now. Like I missed the opportunity.
Bro, you need to go listen to some Bigger Pockets podcasts. There's guys older than you that just got started at 50 and they're crushing it.
Really?
Yeah.
I do need to go back and listen. I really stopped listening because I really don't like Brandon Turner that much.
You don't?
If we're being completely honest.
Oh, why not?
He always like kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And then when he was on the Iced Coffee Hour, I even texted you. I'm like, that was the last straw for me with Brandon Turner.
Huh. I like that guy. I think he's a legend.
Did you watch that episode on Iced Coffee Hour?
No.
He just has I feel like his ego grew a little bit.
Hmm.
I feel like his success, his fame went to his head a little bit.
You think so?
And I can't say that doesn't happen everywhere, but yeah, no, I feel like if you ask people, is Brandon Turner the same person he was 5 years ago? Everyone would say no shot.
Hmm.
And I might even know some people that have said that personally.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anybody that says, yo, is Brad the same guy he was 10 years ago? I'd be like, no, he drinks a lot more now.
Even when you own the brewery?
That's it. Even, dude, I drink more than when I own the brewery.
Yikes.
Because when I owned the brewery, I had to like show face.
Hmm.
Couldn't.
Yeah. Probably real estate's what I'd do with mine. 100K. But,
I do want to invest in businesses though.
well, that's what I was trying to think. I'm like, what business would I want to start up? You know what business I would love to start?
Hmm.
Like a cool coffee shop.
I do too, but I'm not a morning person.
See,
I
could do the
I wanna-
morning thing.
Really?
Well, I could do the morning thing, but then after I got it like started up and got the process and everything going, I'd hire somebody to come in and open up, and I'd come in at like 7 or 8.
I've told you what my dream retirement gig is.
What?
I would be surprised if we've gone 100. If we've gone 102 episodes, I've never mentioned like my dream.
I mean, I'm thinking of one, but I don't know if I can say it on the podcast.
Say it. What do you think it is?
Marijuana shop?
Oh no! See,
Oh.
I won't get into syntax anymore.
Mm.
Like I did the brewery thing,
Yeah.
and also too, like the cannabis industry, especially as it enters New York, is going to be a great business opportunity. It's just probably be a conflict of interest with my teaching job, and
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that. I want a bed and breakfast with like 6 rooms.
Oh, yeah, you have told me that before.
That is
Yeah.
because if we list all the things, and we're good friends now, and you've seen this, one of my favorite things to do in this universe is host people.
Mm-hmm.
I love
You're a good host. I'll give you that.
spoiling people,
Yeah.
and I love spoiling people with food even more.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So it's like, yeah, so the schmutz. So it's like I dream of a day where I have like a big old like Victorian, and it's pretty much you get there. There's like a little bit of a bonfire at night. We kind of sit around the bonfire. We meet all the people staying in the Airbnb. I learn the stories of the road and, like tell a story, give a story for the road. Then in the morning, we wake up. I make them the most incredible effing breakfast that they've ever had in their whole life. And then I
Biscuits
say
and
goodbye
gravy.
to them. I say goodbye to them and I tell them that you're only allowed one lifetime stay so that I would never see them again. And to have a great journey. And if they come next time, they have to use an alias. That would be it for me, because hosting and staying home are, so maybe I'd take 100K, but B&Bs are hard.
Yeah.
Bed and breakfasts are hard business, but
You're also stuck there. if
well,
you're
no, you
running
just
it.
don't. You just don't book it those weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just no vacancy when you want to travel.
That's true.
You know, you live there, you know, and because when I traveled through the Pacific Northwest and I stayed in a lot of hostels and stuff like that, my favorite part of that was staying in hostels and just literally meeting people for just a day or two and feeling like I've known them forever. You know? So I think, oh man, maybe I'm going to respark that. The thing is, you just can't find buildings big enough to do that anymore, because it costs you millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you can't just make food for people anymore. The Department of Health has to get involved and all that dumb shit.
Dude, there was a bread and breakfast that came on the market like 6 months ago in the town I live in, and that's like real big here because we live in a historic downtown area of Missouri, like a small town, and they have like one thing they specialize in is like bed and breakfasts, because like people will come and like, you know, from all over people come. We got like wineries and stuff here too, and it sold for like $250,000 or something.
I hate you.
And people come all the time. I mean, it's like,
I know,
we stayed in a bed and breakfast in town whenever we got married, the night after our wedding.
Yeah, I think now that I think about it, that would be like my what's up, Azvito? That would be my last hurrah business, I think.
Mm-hmm. Be cool. It'd be fun. That'd be a fun like retirement phase business too to do, man. Because like, think about what you want. Like, you know, when you get older too, like I feel like I cherish the friendship, not even just the friendships, but just the conversations I have with people more the older I'm getting than, you know, maybe my younger days. Like when I meet that, you know, I remember me telling you about Al, you know, at the airport, who bought me the beers. Like that sticks in my head, man. Like I'll never meet Al again in my life, but just the hour him and I shared together and the conversations we had about life, that's the things that like I cherish a lot more whenever I'm out. And that's why I'm a lot more open. And that's why I like, you know, doing the small talk with people, is because you never know who you're going to meet and you never know what you're going to learn.
You are a professional small talk. You're professional. I love it. Makes it so easy for me. FinCon, I just kind of like followed you around. Like, JJ, introduce me to this person, please. But no, that's what it's going to be. I think I might respark that.
Do it. That'd be fun.
Because, I don't know. Yeah, that's just something about like, kind of like my open door policy for happy hour.
And there's
It's
your real
like-
estate in.
Yeah.
Real estate.
I would want to live there, I think, though.
You can live anywhere, dude.
Yeah, Airbnbs are dope.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I would want it to be like farm town. I want it to be like country.
You
I
got
want it to
plenty
be-
of places to pick in the United States.
I know, right? What would I need? I would need like you'd probably need like a 6-bedroom, 7-bedroom house.
Yeah, you need something big. But
How big is that Airbnb that went for $250K?
it was probably around 5 to 7 bedrooms.
I think I'm just gonna go into the MLS tonight and look for 7 bedrooms plus.
Oh boy, Brad's gonna be up till 3:00 tonight texting me.
See, it's always freaking something.
Yep, they'll
It's
never
always
stop.
something.
It'll never stop. But that's exciting though. Like that's what motivates us. I feel like is stuff like that. But all right, dude. Hey, let's wrap this one up. That was a good one. That was a great question,
Yeah.
guys. If you ever have a question you want to ask us, something that you're going through financially, or just a question like Bryce had today that, you know, just kind of makes you sit there and think.
Things that make you go,
We appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so much for listening to the Average Money Podcast. And until the next episode, take care. Hey, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Average Money Podcast. I lost what I was going to say there.
That was the first sentence.
I know, but I don't know what I was going to say.
It's the first.
I had an awkward pause. I'm like, well, I'm not going to keep going. Take 2. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the.
You can't sniffle and give me at least make my job a little easier.
Oh my god! I hate
You're like, welcome
Hey
back.
guys. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Average Money Podcast. Tonight is another voicemail episode. If you guys are new here, my name is JJ. I'm joined always with my good buddy Brad. How you doing, man?
Good, man. I look forward to this. We're one day behind, but there's just something about sitting down and having 3 beers on a Wednesday or a Thursday that really makes my life complete. I feel like we're 1 foot out the door here, but it's just too. You said to me today, like, man, this podcast is really growing, and I'm like, well, it's a good thing it's really fun to do and it's not too much work, because if it was any more work than this, we would have bagged this episode.
Yeah, probably.
See you next week, guys. But no, we got a good voicemail, and also too, I want to remind anybody that's new to the podcast or anybody that's just curious, we have a guest next week. You can stream in on Wednesday, so this episode comes out on Monday. But Zeke from the Green Money Show, or the Dream Green Money Show, he's going to be with us on Wednesday night. That episode will come out a week from Monday. But for anybody that like wants to see, we've never done a guest live. We've always recorded with guests, but he's a man. He's like, nah, I want to do this right. He's like, I want to get in the chat. And so I'm looking forward to that. But I just wanted to quick plug that, as well as thank everybody. This episode is brought to you by the Discord. You know, you guys are, I'm sure you don't realize it. You probably think it's just a couple bucks, but it really is. It's covering our hosting fees and all the other things that we really do need to pay for and things like that. So I personally want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, because most of the people in the Discord have been there a real long time. So Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, Jay, that's it's a good little episode we got going on. I thought it was, usually the voicemails are done in 25 minutes, and here we are, an hour and 10 minutes in. So
never know what's gonna happen. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, guys, I will find a natural spot. Let's begin this week's episode right now.
Boom.
Boom, baby. Boom, baby, baby.
Baby, baby.
Yeah, and I meant that shit, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
to
we
people
do
in the
appreciate
Discord.
it big time.
I didn't just say that for the show. You know, I didn't just say that. To be honest, when I wake up in the morning, I look at the Average Money Discord before mine. Usually because I know that mine's going to be a lot more comments and a lot more work. But those guys are savages in there. Said to Azevedo and Jeff today, I'm like, usually Jeff and Aaron are pretty high up there on the leaderboard. They're getting smacked right now to start the month. You reset the XP points in your group?
I don't know how to do that. So I guess not.
/levels, go and reset your group. You don't start a new month every month with them?
I do, but I didn't know I had to go reset it.
Yeah, you got to reset it every month.
Whoopsies. Sorry, Discord.
Yeah, no, I
Yikes.
every like first of the month I reset all my points. Everyone starts from 0.
Okay, I need to go do that.
I really started it to hold myself more accountable, but
Yeah.
now I just smoke everybody, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
and I you give away free spots, right?
Yeah.
Top 5 in mine.
Okay, I do top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm usually one of them, so it's really like top 4.
Yeah, I'm usually top, so whoever second, third, and fourth is.
Yeah, our 6th place this month is a badass though, so I passed it forward.
There you go.
Give up my spot.
Baby.
Discord.
That was a good one, man. But I'm gonna get off here because I am I gotta go take some NyQuil for me to be able to sleep tonight.
You know, you don't have to take that. There's other stuff.
There is. I don't have anything else.
No. Right on.
YouTube. It was fun, guys. Thank you guys for joining.